Winter 1944. Somewhere in the frozen hills of Eastern Europe, a recon unit, 14 men, crosses into enemy territory under cover of darkness. Their mission? Locate a hidden artillery nest and report coordinates back to command. 48 hours later, 9 of them stumble back through the wire, frostbitten, exhausted, silent. When asked what happened, they don't answer. When pressed, they look away. And when ordered to debrief, some break down, others just stare. 5 men never came back, and the 9 who did, they carried something worse than wounds. By late 1944, the war in Europe had become a grinding nightmare. Advances were slow, casualties were constant, and in the dense forests of the Eastern Front, entire squads could disappear into the snow and never be heard from again. This unit, call sign Raven 9, was experienced, hardened. They'd survived Normandy, survived the Ardennes, but this mission was different. Intelligence had picked up radio chatter about a concealed enemy artillery position deep in the valley. If left unchecked, it could decimate the next Allied push. Raven 9 was sent to confirm its location. It should have been a 2-day operation. Get in, eyes on target, get out. But the forest had other plans. The unit moved through the snow in silence. Every breath clouded the air. Every step crunched too loud. The trees felt like sentries watching. By dawn, they'd reached the ridgeline overlooking the valley, and that's when things started to go wrong. The radio died. Not static, just dead. The operator tried everything. Nothing. They were cut off. Standard protocol said turn back, but the mission was critical. The sergeant made the call. Push forward, locate the target, return by nightfall. They didn't return by nightfall. What happened next, no one knows for sure. The soldiers who survived never gave a full account, but the fragments, whispered in field hospitals, scrawled in classified reports, paint a picture. They found the artillery position, or what they thought was the artillery position, but it was abandoned, silent, and wrong. Empty shell casings littered the ground, foxholes dug too deep, equipment left behind like the crew had vanished mid-operation. Then the snow started falling harder, visibility dropped, and somewhere in the white, they heard it. Voices. Not enemy voices, not shouts or orders. Their own voices, calling out from the trees, repeating phrases the men had said hours earlier, mimicking their accents, their cadence. One soldier swore he heard his dead brother calling his name. Panic set in. The unit fractured. Some wanted to move, others refused to leave cover. The sergeant tried to hold them together, but discipline cracked under the weight of fear. That's when the first man disappeared. He was there, then he wasn't. No scream, no struggle, just gone. Then another. By the second night, they weren't just lost, they were hunted. Not by soldiers, not by anything they could see, just the woods, the voices, the snow that seemed to move on its own.
On the third morning, the survivors broke. They ran. Through the trees, through the drifts, through the frozen streams, until they hit the wire and collapsed into Allied hands. 9 men out of 14. They were debriefed separately. Their stories didn't match. Some said they were ambushed. Others said nothing happened at all. A few admitted they didn't know. But they all shared one thing. None of them would go back. The missing 5 were never found. Search teams combed the area for weeks. They found abandoned gear, bloodstains in the snow, but no bodies. The 9 survivors were reassigned. Some were sent home. Others requested front-line duty, anything to avoid another recon mission. One soldier was found dead 6 months later. Suicide, no note. Another spent the rest of his life in and out of psychiatric wards, muttering about voices in the snow. The rest, they lived, but they never spoke about those 48 hours. War isn't just bullets and explosions. Sometimes it's the silence after, the questions no one can answer, the weight of things you can't unsee or explain. Raven 9 disappeared for 48 hours. When they came back, they brought something with them. Not victory, not intelligence, just silence. And sometimes, silence is the heaviest burden of all.